All right, what is up, everybody? I just want to say welcome back. It's going to be week 2 of the Vampire Counts campaign, maybe even day 2 of week 1. But I went ahead and installed the Radius Total War mod again, so we can look at the building browser and look at some of the new units it adds, like the dismounted Drakenhof Templars. It adds Sylvanian Spearmen, Archers, Swordsmen. I believe it also adds like Skeletal Archers, Mounted Skeletons, Skeleton Archers, yeah. No different heroes or anything, but it just adds a lot more variety to the units, and it does that with every faction as well. It's not just Vampire Counts. So we're going to be looking at much more diverse army rosters across the board. But while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and recruit one more of each of those, end my turn, and then I'll get moving up to Eschen. Taking that first settlement, completing that second mission. Looks like we've got an army bolstering over here too. So as soon as we get the Castle Drakenhof upgrade, we're going to need to jump straight into upgrading our recruitment abilities. Also going to bump my desktop audio ever so slightly. You're going to lose picture there for a sec, but we're back. Just because I want the desktop audio to be audible. I know that this does take a little bit of the Vampire Counts weakness out of the Vampire Counts, but it takes a lot of the weakness out of pretty much all of the factions. It gives everyone a lot more diversity. Vampire Counts originally aren't supposed to have ranged units. This adds it, but it really balances and diversifies all the factions. Got our research done, so we'll go into this tree here. Reduces upkeep for ghouls and horrors. Drakenhof is upgraded. So we're going to start the research to be able to get those. We're also going to growth, income, and public order and vampiric corruption. We're going to go for that. We're also going to upgrade the gold mine. Puts us a little low on funds, but we don't really need it right now. Check the garrison on Eschen. It looks pretty weak. We're just going to go ahead and try to take this before these armies can bolster enough to cause us problem. I'm going to go ahead and auto-resolve just because it's an easy fight. Decisive victory. We're going to just plain old occupy. Get that extra dark magic. And upgrade Manfred. I also want to get him going into his combat tree as well. Just because he's an absolute menace. Quest issued, Battle of Helfen. We'll go there after we get a little bit more. Occupy, loot, or raise 2 different settlements. So we're going to go to Waldenhof and then probably Templehof. But first, I'm not really a fan of having to transition it to fast turn skip every turn. We'll look at our victory conditions as soon as this turn's over. Pretty sure it's very similar to Warhammer 1 and the regular non-Vortex campaign. that's offered for Warhammer 2. Yeah. I think that I'm going to build Manfred's army to be a very elite heavy army, and then have a lot of fodder in a secondary army once I can get built up to support him. I'm also looking to kind of spice this campaign up a bit by having a set faction nemesis as well. I'm looking to have a faction that I just outright have an aversion to, whether it be the Empire, the Dwarves, other undead factions, Chaos factions, Greenskin factions, and I'd love to know what people want to see me fight and who people want to see me try to ally with, because that's something that I like about this as well, is you have aversions to certain factions. Like the Empire definitely doesn't like us just because we're vampires. They've got a minus 25 aversion. But if I focus on building good relations with them, I can maybe ally with Empire. Let me know what you guys think I should try to have as my nemesis, and then who I should also try to kind of pal up with. We're gonna get this. Manfred still can't do anything there. Nothing there. Castle Drakenhof, we got 1 turn. 2 turns. 1 turn. So in 1 turn, we should have a good amount of... I'm almost curious. Waldenhof is this territory, so I should move into Waldenhof next turn, because this is all going to fill up next turn. Pretty much everything's going to be replenished next turn. I'm going to put 2 more skeleton units in just to round out. Drop another turn, because this army is going to be pretty weak, but at the same time, I don't want to be completely outnumbered, because even if they're weak, I'll get slapped. This episode's probably going to be a lot less battle and a lot more campaign map. I'll probably try to do 2 episodes a week, 1 more battle focused and 1 more campaign map focused. This video will be going up on Friday or Saturday, and then I'll try to do a Wednesday and a Friday or Saturday video pretty much every week. It might not always be Total War, but right now that's what I'm into. That's what I'm feeling. I really want to see how far I can push this campaign without any real trouble. I'm gonna auto-resolve this because I don't know why they're fighting me. I didn't lose any whole units, except for my garrison, which is fine, because it's a garrison. I have plenty of cash right now, so I'm going to go for replenishment. Plenty of dat currency. I am also working on getting a webcam as well, so we can get a face cam back in these videos. Not sure where to put a face cam for Total War, but I'm thinking down here. And if not, yeah, it's got to be down here, I think, just because maybe up here this is pretty unimportant. Manfred got a weapon. Ooh. +6 melee attack for... Nice. So if I can get him in a horde of allies, just absolutely demolish enemies. Doom and Darkness is a hex. Mist cast chance. Ooh. Ooh. Soul Bite. I'm going to go for Doom and Darkness and actually Aspect of the Dread Knight. Just get our leadership bolstered and theirs down. I really want the Purple Sun, just because Purple Sun is a huge vortex ability. I'm going to jump out here and just absolutely demolish Zegal. Or Zelig, sorry. Not even worth fighting that. Corpse Cart. That's a radius unit, I think. We're gonna increase leadership. Ooh, Vampire Hunter. Nice. We're gonna go ahead and upgrade that as well. Let's check. Nope. Aha. Here we are. So now we can get skeleton archers, mounted skeletons, grave guard need an additional building, dire wolves, bats. I'm actually gonna go for 2 units of mounted skeletons and a skeleton reapers. I'm going to leave out the skeleton archers for a while just because I want to get better archers than the skeleton archers. And I don't think right now that I really need ranged units. I'm debating whether or not I should just go for Templehof while it's weak or if I should go for Waldenhof. I'm going to go for Templehof next turn just because it seems very weak right now and I want to have that advantage. Going to be trying to keep the videos at or around the 20-minute mark as well. Some of them are obviously going to go over with the larger scale battles once we get further in, but for the beginning of this, we're going to keep it short, sweet, to the point. If you guys want to see anything in particular, any special mods, any mod reviews, anything like that wedged into this campaign, let me know that as well. Taking pretty much whatever requests people want to see. People have any name suggestions for units, throw them out there. I've never really gotten into unique names for my units before this, but I'd love to see what people want to throw in, make it a custom and interactive experience. Mustering. Bring it on, Templehof. They don't look like they've recruited any units at this point. And they're not going to attack me. So I'm going to have a massive advantage here. We're going to get Eshin upgrading that... I need 2 surplus versus 1 surplus. We're going to take... 9 turns, yeah. We're going to go here. We're going to get some growth going here. We're going to go ahead and assault Templehof. I think that this fight is going to be way easier than it says it'll be. I'm going to go for 1 battering ram and siege towers and just continue the siege. I don't know why it's saying this is going to be such a rough battle. I know that it'll be hard without any siege equipment, but this and this with this garrison can't take my Manfred army. The only thing I'm worried about at all right now is not being able to get inside the walls. So if they attack me, I'll retreat. But I don't see that happening. I'm going to be playing Vampire Counts fairly aggressive. Vlad von Karstein. Works for me. I think I want the von Karstein families to stay together, but pretty much any other Vampire Counts, any smaller factions are gonna catch these hands. Ooh, the Dark Elves might be a faction to try to get in bed with. because they're pretty potent fighters. And whereas vampire counts crumble quickly, the Dark Elves bolster during a fight. Can be pretty... I can imagine it'd be pretty hard to fight Dark Elves with vampire counts. That's an interesting wizard. I'm going to retreat from that. Now they've left this completely unattended. That Wizard Lord is something to look at for sure. I'm going to see what it takes to recruit a Lord like that, because that thing's sick. Like a feral vampire. Von Karsteins can have my people. Drink some blood. We're royalty. I'm going to move pretty much as far over as I can. Recruit 2 Crypt Ghouls to round out the army. Finish the turn, and then try to take Waldenhof before ending this episode. I don't think Tempelhof is going to pose any threat. They never do this early in the game. It's just if you leave them unchecked, they can become a problem. Taking this whole territory and issuing a commandment will be a huge bonus, and then we'll start being able to really grow really fast. I think that public order isn't a problem right now in my settlements. Vampiric corruption's a huge help. Not looking forward to when Chaos joins into this, because Chaos reaches the vampire counts relatively quickly, and you have to stomp that out. What you want? That's gonna be a hard no from me. There they are again. Might be worth raising a secondary army or putting a settlement building like walls in at Eschen. I think Drakenhof's garrison can hold its own against these measly Tempelhof armies. Eschen's just not the one. We're going to go ahead and take Waldenhof. Oh my gosh, we're going to fight this. The only reason it's even remotely a problem is the ranged units. We're going to fight this battle. Probably bring us up to about 30 minutes on the episode. That ain't no problem with me. I'm going to take these mounted skeletons, my bats, probably some crypt ghouls, and go straight into these skeletons. Because these skeletons are, quite honestly, the only thing that's going to be a problem with this garrison. Manfred can go in against some ghouls, probably. I'll take my skeleton warriors against their spearmen, zombies against the advanced units, Vargulf against pretty much anything I can get them in touch with. Looks like it's an open battlefield, though. Lice Ghost. I guess Gorst is just a part of one of these units. He's probably a part of this. Looks like Gorst also doesn't have a nose. Nose is not long like garden hose. Can I even see? No, I cannot see their army at all. So, Manfred. Oh! Didn't mean to do that. Whatever. Zombies. Let's get charging forward. Skeleton mounts here. This here. This here. Skeleton soldiers. Charge up. I'm going to speed up the process just a little bit to try to get into combat before anything gets too crazy. These archers are going to be done. We're going to mount these guys out. Get them out, 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 out. That Vargeist is doing work. Manfred. Doom and Darkness. Spirit Leech on Gorst. Let's get these archer or these bats here. Manfred there. This is a problem. These guys needed to be in this fight a while ago. Bats doing work there. These guys doing okay there. You need to charge in now. These guys need to pull back. Go smash into those archers. My problem right now is that I'm not putting enough pressure on these archers, and they're just still raining into my... My Vargulf needs to get back here to these archers. These guys need to get in here. Manfred, get over here. This battle's over. Let's get this back into normal speed. I didn't realize I was still in double time. Yeah, that's done. Here. Here, here. These units get in here. Bats and horsemen to the archers. Everyone else pile in, you know? Manfred just went insane in the membrane. Manfred's gonna wrap these guys up. Everything else, go for the other squad. Manfred's an absolute menace. And now we're going to speed up. And that's the fight. Alright, we're going to get in, set our commandment, and get this started here. Close victory. I wouldn't say that, but... We lost a unit of skeleton horsemen, and that's it. Pretty much everything else was not a problem. Crypt ghouls, ooh, Manfred. Boy. The bats and these skeletons that survived the arrow rain were huge. The bats against those archers, they stood no chance. They stood no chance. I usually go for the public order commandment just to keep it simple and keep my public order under wraps. I usually don't have to do much else aside from the province commandment for public order. So, we are going to occupy because we don't need the extra money. We don't need it. We are going to go for public order and casualty replenishment. We can destroy that. Get in here for Manfred. Rank 9. He's rank 6 right now. One more fight, he'll be rank 7. Aspect of the Dread Knight was pretty sweet. Huge boost. I'm going to go in on Aspect of the Dread Knight and then also Quick Blood for more melee attack. Manfred can just hold it down right there. I think I'm going to merge. 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 Leave those separate. That Vargulf is a big plus. So this way I can get some archers. Alright, I'm going to end the turn here. After the turn is done, we will end the video, or we can actually kick back, see if anything happens. See if Tempelhof makes a move on us. See if they want peace. See if they want peace. I'd like to get an alliance going with the von Karsteins as well. Keep the fam together, you know. You know. Tempelhof is gonna get wiped off the face of the earth. And then if you guys, again, if you have any suggestions for what faction I should team up with, what faction I should make my nemesis, drop them in the comments. Let me know. I'm 100% open to pretty much trying to ally with anybody and pretty much trying to... I don't know why you would do this. Pretty much trying to ally with anybody and pretty much trying to... fight anybody aside from von Karsteins. I want von Karsteins on my side. Pretty much anybody else... open territory for a nemesis, an enemy, and an ally. That's going to be the end of the turn, and that'll be the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.